In today's quick video tutorial, I am going to show you several ways to change the background in an Adobe Illustrator file. The first way is to go to File, Document Setup, and click on this top box and pick any color you want. Go up here and click the red X. And make sure that you click on Simulate Colored Paper and hit OK. Now you'll want to move the artboard around a little bit to make it pop in. There it goes. I did Command 0. For some reason it doesn't update all the time. Now this is just changing the color of the artboard. And if you are wanting to print the background, or export the background, this will print or export as white because this is just for viewing purposes. Now let me go back and change this back to what it was. Now if I wanted to print it, I would need to draw a box the same size as the background. And in this case is 10 inches. And then I want to change the color either here or down here to whatever you're wanting. And then you can align it to the artboard. And if you go to your layers panel, you'll see that this is on the first layer, and you'll want to lock it, and you'll want to go down here and create another layer above it to start creating the rest of your design with. And when you do it this way, it will actually print and export. Alright, so this third way, because that was two different ways, the third way is to use the selection tool or the arrow tool to select the background that you want to change on if you have an existing image. And then the same thing, you'll want to go up here and change it to a different color. And if you see in this example, the inside of Go Explore did not change. So how do we, what do we do if that happens and you want it all to be the same color? So what you want to do, let me undo that. What you'll want to do in that case is you'll want to select it, go to Select, Same, Fill Color, or Fill and Stroke, depending on if it has a stroke. And now you can change everything that is that color, and it will all change. If there was something that was this color that you didn't want to change, then you can easily just go in and, let's say it had changed this to the dark green, then you could just go back and change it to a different color that you want. Alright, and let me undo that. And the next way, the fourth way to change a background is, let's say that you have a JPEG image. Then what you want to do is you'll want to go to Image Trace, and there are different options here. Since this is just two colors, I'm going to go to Black and White Logo, and then I'm going to hit OK. And then after that's done, I'm going to go up here and click Expand, and then I'm going to ungroup it, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last example and click on the color I want to change, and then go to select, same, fill in color, and then you can see that you can change the background to a different color. And when I went to image trace and expand, I also took this raster image and turned it into a vector. And change all the different colors. The last way, I'm going to go back to, actually I'm going to stick with this design, and I'm going to get rid of all of this green, same, fill in color, to show you the next example. Now as you can see, I had some of this design is white and some of this design is black, and it looks like it's missing now. Now I don't want to print the background, I just want to be able to see my image. So this is where in the first example, when we went to document setup and we changed the top color to something else, and we clicked on simulate colored paper. We could do that this time, and that would just change our artboard color, or we could click on this bottom and then we could change it to another color to create a grid. And these can be any color that you want. If you don't like the color that you chose, you can just come in here and change it to something else. And you can also choose if you want your grid to be small, medium, or large. I'm just going to keep it on medium. And then when you hit OK, now it doesn't look like anything happened, but if you click on Shift Command D on Mac, and I believe it's Shift Control D on a PC, but when you do that, your grid changes to the color that you set it. Anyway, that is the different ways that you can change a background. On this last example, remember that when we went to File, Document Setup, we were just changing the artboard color or the artboard grid color. When you do it this way, remember it does not print and it does not export. So this is a good way to see it when you do not want a background to print and you just want the image to be transparent background. Now, if you wanted to keep this background artboard showing, but you did want to print a background, you could still go up here to the layers and you could create a new layer, move the new layer to the bottom, and then you can change the size that you want, and then align it to the artboard. And as you can see now, this, since we actually created an object and colored it, this will print, but still the artboard that we changed the color to will not print. Alright, well, I hope this video was helpful to you. Please subscribe to my video and like it if it was useful to you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.